Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to The Sound of Drop Falling to Poison. So, just to recap the last episode, it was quite a long one again. Not as long as my super marathon episode, but yeah, a lot happened. But we got another true end, guys, another good end. So, which so far I'd say is the best end we've had so far out of the potential four. Which it was called, I can't remember what it was called exactly, something about the ocean life, but basically we got four survivors: Mayumi, Himeno, Sayo and Miku, and they were all cured from the red Manten Aquarium curse, and it was destroyed. But also Mayumi, saved Mari from the director's evil spirit, and she was able to cross over to heaven and be at peace, and they made up before she passed on. So that was nice. And then the girls got to meet up again a few weeks later after they'd all recovered from the hospital, and they went out and did karaoke. So that was cool. It was a really nice scene, good CG to obtain from the game. A lot of stuff happened within the episode, but we've just summarised what happened in the end. We got one of the true ends, and to check out the previous episode if you want to see everything that happened. But we basically survived with Mayumi, and she managed to save 3 friends, so that's good. So now we're going to continue to try and get the remaining 2 true ends, as well as we've still got a couple of bad ends to find, guys. So again, what I've done here is I've come to a point where I believe we can make a bit further progress, either towards a true end or maybe some further bad ends. So at the moment we've resumed back down the original story pretty much. I made sure to start another new game from the beginning, which went through the whole scenes with Sayo and Miku's backstory, and then obviously with Himeno and Mayumi at school, and then coming to Manten Aquarium. Some blue choices do matter relating to which true end you get, which is kind of obvious, but it appears that some can be changed depending on the further decisions you make. So we're going to play the decisions a little differently, and we'll see what we come up with. A wee bit of experimentation as well. So let's get back into it and see what happens. Bad ends or true ends. Let's go. So with this one, once we've made decisions, I'm just going to skip the bits we've already seen, guys, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see stuff we've already seen in previous episodes. So this time we're going to say I have to save Mari. So before we made this decision relating to Kenji coming in and helping us out save Sayo. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to say, that's because I thought it's best. See what happens.
Huh? Well, that's because I thought it was best.
When he went crazy, I called him by name while he was out of it. I thought that Kenji-san would get through to him more than Hiyoshi-san would. It was a subconscious change, but the desire I have to call him by a name has not changed.
I respect you, Kenji-san.
Not only did he save me, he saved the girl too. Rather than the version of him that changed so quickly, this trustworthy side of him leaves a much stronger impression. Since I rarely talk to adult males or males at all, I'm not very good at it, but he seems to be strong and kind. Mayu-chan, is that a confession? Oh God, really? He thinks he's got a chance.
What?
Without recognizing Kenji-san's surprise attack, I turned my face away.
So how about it? Come on. I wasn't thinking about anything like that.
That's so like you, isn't it, Mayu-chan? Just as I'm thinking I want to hurry up and get off this topic already, it's Kenji-san who changes the subject. So Mayu-chan, this may not be the best time, but who is this girl? Right, we've seen this. So again, we've skipped a bit and we've come to the next decision. So last time we went with Kenji-san, and then we obviously got the story of Himeno and Mayu escaping, and Kenji did leave, but then he came back as we found out he's actually part of what's going on. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to stay here and protect Sayo and wait till she wakes up and see what happens. Just as Kenji says, I should decide based on what is precious to me. I'm going to stay here with this girl. She said she was fine by herself, but I want to be her friend. You just met her today, and you don't even know her name, right? Kenji-san, didn't I just meet you today as well? Even so, you saved me. I think it's the same feeling I'm having now. It's not. Kenji-san murmurs this and immediately continues. I get it, Mayu-chan. If your determination is true, then I won't say anything further. Thank you very much. You can go ahead and think of me as cruel, but I also... There's no need to say anything else. You've come here numerous times just to stay alive, Kenji-san. I can't allow your efforts to be for nothing just because you were looking after me. Please at least let me tell you my selfish hope. Hope? That the three of us absolutely will escape together. I'm definitely coming next month too. This won't be the end of our relationship. I just went a different route this time. If ever you need me, don't be afraid to rely on me. Kenji-san, you really are kind after all. I'm alright. I'm not staying behind to die. I'm staying behind to save her. Don't lose that resolve. I definitely won't. And so, Kenji-san puts the Fish of the World booth behind him. Without looking back, he heads for the exit at a quick pace. I think his lack of attention is Kenji-san's own way of showing his concern. Wait for me, Himeno. Mari. I clasp the hand of the girl on the ground. The moment of upheaval behind us has been clearly separated from the destiny that lies ahead. Okay, so cleared that section going a different path this time, so let us continue and see where it branches off to. It isn't that I chose to stay here because I don't care about what happens to Himeno. I remember the emotions I felt when I saved this girl in the underground tunnel. If I abandon someone right before my eyes who is in trouble, Himeno will be mad at me. Yes, we know. We've seen it from when we did abandon her at first. Kenji-san didn't say I should abandon the girl to save Himeno, but in reality, there is no difference. Abandoning the girl is what that means. Even if I did save Himeno, if she heard I did such a thing, she would definitely be angry. Himeno can surely make such weighty decisions for herself. It's a thin line between that and cruelty. That's why Himeno wouldn't want me burdened with such a choice. I'm different from Himeno. I'm not as decisive as she is. We may argue, but if I'm honest when looking into my own heart, this is why Himeno and I are friends. However, once I make a decision, I stick with it and believe in it. I said I wanted to save her because I felt that I wanted to be her friend. Upon giving those words voice, I can feel that they have power. I sit next to the girl in a comfortable position. On top of that, I haven't made up with Mari yet. Mari is definitely here inside this red Manten Aquarium. I can sense that if I don't solve all of the mysteries here, I cannot return to a normal life. This is what the intuition rushing through me is telling me. You're very right, Mayumi. My story. Ever since Mari went missing, each day seems to pass indistinctly. But each and every day, I sought out Mari. Submitting police reports, having the police continue their investigation. It became a small piece of news, but as it was unrelated to cases of bizarre murderers and kidnappers, it quickly stopped being a topic of conversation. It was about the time I moved on to junior high. All of a sudden, my parents began to erase all traces of Mari. Ouch. Speaking honestly, it wasn't a big deal. My parents just began to dispose of anything of Mari's left in the house. The kids' room the two of us used became a room for one. The square table with 4 chairs became a circular table for 3. It's not like it all happened at once, but to me, it felt so sudden. It's like I was an only child from the start. Those words were never said, but I always felt like I was hearing them. I had moved on to my 3rd year of junior high, 9th grade. Not even a trace of Mari's existence remained for my parents. God, this is deep. You. Oh, Sayo's awake. What? It was so sudden. I had been ruminating on the past and have now been abruptly yanked back to the present. Having opened her eyes, the girl slowly sits up and looks at me. She is pressing on the injury on her head and seems to be in pain, but in her eyes shines a great strength. It seems I'm in debt to you once more. Stop calling it a debt or anything of the sort. I saved you because I wanted to, and I wasn't working alone. Huh? The girl continues to listen with a haughty attitude as I tell her about what happened with Kenji-san. I can't help but feel some admiration for someone like her who is able to maintain her typical attitude even with such terrible injuries. The girl says nothing until I finish my story. I have a general idea of what you're saying. The girl slowly blinks her eyes once. After looking me in the eye, she turns away. Her cheeks have begun to turn red from the flow of blood. Although she normally speaks about everything so plainly, in a rare turn of events, she seems to be chewing the corners of her mouth, searching for what she wants to say. After she slowly blinks once more, she returns her gaze to meet mine. Ew. I'm assuming she was trying to say thank you. Her voice is extremely soft. Huh? Unable to clearly make out what she said, I tilt my head. What did you just say now? I butchered that line, but I apologize. Nothing. It wasn't important. No, I'm curious, so tell me. Shut up. Enough with the pushiness. Aw, tell me. Facing the girl, who has fallen silent and averted her eyes from me, I continue to prompt her. She seems to be giving in, her broad, pouty expression finally giving way to a loud sigh. I said thank you. Any complaints? She folds her arms and looks away. You were able to thank me? That startles Mayumi so much. You're way too rude. That's not something I want to hear from you. Shh! Stop calling me you. It's Sayo. Sakuragi Sayo. She finally introduced herself to Mayumi. I think all the other playthroughs someone else has introduced Sayo's name. Sayo-chan. Well, Sayo-chan, you quit calling me you too. I got it, Mayumi. That's fine, isn't it? Now you stop adding chan. I'm not a child. Hehe, thank you. It's kind of refreshing to be called Mayumi. Himeno, my parents, and everyone else always seems to call me Mayu, but then, trying to have everyone call you by a nickname of your own choosing would also be weird. Still, is this alright? By saving me, your friend might die, Mayumi. What? You heard that? Somewhat. It doesn't matter. What will you do? Think of a way for her not to die? It's not that I'm abandoning Himeno after all. You're too optimistic, even when you have no idea what will happen. At Sayo's blunt assertion, I look at her and shake my head. The answer's in what you just said. Even if something happens, it won't be out of place. Even if everything goes well, that won't be out of place either. You're nitpicking. Tch. Why did I have to be rescued by someone like you? Really? You're so rude. A laugh slips out in spite of my shock. The nervous tension that has stretched further and further over time feels as if it has finally loosened. Of course, that doesn't mean we can be careless. It's just that being able to talk to someone around my age in a safe place has given me a sense of calm. It's scary how consistently cold she's been, but she seems to be lightening up now. Sayo's way of speaking shows that her feelings have surely been stressing out her since she came here. Herself since she came here, maybe? Not sure about that line.
Can I trust you, Mayumi? Huh? What do you mean? This is my situation. I don't know who or what I can trust here. That's why I want to get confirmation from you. If I can believe you, no matter what happens, I'll give what you have to say precedence. If you hadn't come, Mayumi, I would have died. It's frustrating, but it's also proof that I can't handle this on my own.
Very true, Sayo.
You act with the intent to return home. You have determination. Mine wasn't strong enough, but with your resolve, I think I can believe in you.
Sayo looks at me with a serious expression. It's not an expression of hate. When I look into Sayo's eyes, I can see a determination even deeper than mine.
I get it. Trust me, because I trust you. That's not enough. If we don't trust each other completely, we'll definitely falter.
In response to Sayo's clipped words, I nod deeply.
Okay, I promise.
I know what she's trying to say, so I'm satisfied.
So then, we're friends.
That's a separate issue. Of course it is, Sayo. As ever the tsundere, she can't completely make friends with people all the time.
Really? You aren't very sincere.
I'm sure she's not satisfied, but the two of us have ended up in the same boat. A boat pun in an aquarium that fills with water. Ha! A smile creeps onto my face and I change the subject. Sayo has a sullen expression on her face.
So, I want to go ahead and talk to you about this, Sayo. Why? How did you end up almost getting killed by Saganuma Rieko?
Here we go again, another explanation. Kenji-san had said that she was the criminal who had killed the director. Sayo wasn't surprised when she heard that piece of information, so she must have already known. Still, I can't imagine what sort of exchange took place between them that led to something like that. There was nothing normal about what happened there. She bashed Sayo's head so many times into that hard aquarium glass. It was a different fear than what I felt with Kenji-san going crazy. I want to understand what it was that could make someone show that side of themselves.
You already know that. She's the criminal who killed Papa, right?
Sayo was empathizing this information, so I returned my gaze to her in response.
If so, then this will go quicker. She, Saganuma Rieko, is already dead. She's dead?
My voice seems to be twisted. It's so sudden, I can hardly believe it, even though Sayo was able to touch her. I refuse to believe this information, since if she were a ghost, she wouldn't be able to be touched by anything. That's just a stereotype, apparently. As if to soothe the doubts that spring up in my moment of shock, Sayo continues in a warning tone.
I don't know the principle behind it. However, within this red Manten Aquarium, Saganuma has continued to exist for the past 5 years since that incident. It's just, she can't exist anywhere but within this space. There are many facts to support that theory. First of all, her outer appearance hasn't changed at all in 5 years from the Saganuma Rieko in my memories. She isn't aging. She was an acquaintance? That shouldn't be surprising. I am the director's daughter, and she was an employee of the aquarium. We've spoken before.
Sayo dispassionately moves the conversation along.
She was a little bewildered at first, but then she realized who I was. Even though over 5 years have passed since we met, something about her has transcended time. This is just speculation, but she won't leave here. Just as that Hiyoshi guy told you, it's not that one can't get out of here. Saganuma Rieko doesn't even seem to have considered leaving this place. Still, because there's no nourishment or anything here, one can't lead a life. It doesn't seem like someone can really continue to live in the place where bizarre phenomena occur for 5 years. That's to say, nothing of the fact that she's so calm even after losing her life. Speaking of which, when she appeared before Himeno and I on the stage, she said she was looking for a child. She has some lingering attachment. You've probably heard of vengeful spirits. Saganuma Rieko is probably that sort of ghost. The child she is looking for is likely the one who witnessed her murdering the director 5 years ago.
I draw in my breath with a gulp.
Because it was in relation to the director, I had hoped the child in question was Sayo. But that was nothing more than wishful thinking. I have a feeling I know who exactly the child is.
That must be Mari. So Mari must also be like Saganuma Rieko then.
Sayo blinks, then responds. She seems to be unable to decide whether she should tell me the truth or not. But contrary to Sayo's doubts, I have resolved myself to accept the truth.
It's alright, I trust you, so I can accept it. Have you forgotten our promise?
You talk too much. Brushing her bangs aside, Sayo's eyes stare intently into mine. The little girl you saw is already dead. The reason she looks the same is because her appearance is the same as when she died.
Right.
She was probably drawn to those of us still living and showed herself to us. We possess corporeal bodies, which are very rare here. The phenomena that take place in this version of Manten Aquarium must operate under the same principle. There is the fact that the orca and frogs directly attacked us and broke things to consider. Yeah, and the jellyfish booth suddenly breaking as well. Before Sayo can finish telling me everything, I tell her my own hunch.
The spirits here in this Manten Aquarium are trying to pull us in too, but Mari was definitely different.
Saganuma Rieko was as well. The human souls are maintaining their own will. I'm sure that's why they're different when it comes to the issue of trying to pull us in. Sayo continues with an, and then... When I spoke with Saganuma Rieko, I realized she was already dead, so I threw that fact back at her. She became frenzied after that. Surely her desire to pursue and kill that child is all that remains within her, leaving out the realization that she is already dead.
So in other words, she can't accept that she has passed away herself?
Probably, but my words seem to have awakened some doubts in her mind. The next time we meet, she may be more in touch with her place as a resident of the world of the dead, or she may just try to drag me all the way in with her. If it were me, I'd probably see it the same way. Her own death was brought to her attention. Even if she denies it, that may have planted a larger seed. Without treating it as a dream in order to accept it, she may forget who she is altogether. If that's the case, one could probably empathize. Saganuma Rieko didn't just kill the director, but was cruel to Sayo. It's unforgivable for her to resort to violence just because she heard something she didn't like.
If one can only come and go on the night of the full moon, then we don't have much time. Let's go. Go where?
Ahead.
Sayo-chan, you found the one who murdered your father. You've attained your goal. Is it really okay for you not to go home yet?
I still don't have the truth. If I can meet up with people who have died here, then I can definitely see my father. Also, I want to end this world. If this world is supposedly created by malice, then I will help all of those souls to cross over.
Help all of the souls cross over. Guide the souls here to the heavens. All of them. In other words, I should say farewell to Mari. If Mari's already dead, then I at least want to say goodbye. It might be out of the way for you, Sayo, but will you come with me?
It isn't out of the way. I get the feeling that everything is connected. If all of the phenomena disappear, then those things inside of your friend will probably disappear as well.
Yeah, let's solve everything. Then the three of us, Himeno and you, Sayo and I, leave this place.
Without even nodding, Sayo stands up. Her stance is a firm one. I stand up and clench my fist.
What's up ahead of here?
If we'd taken the normal route, we would have ended up on the side with the tunnel tank, but this is the other side, so there's a path connecting to the staff passageway. Before that is my father's room, although by now I'm sure someone else is using it. What Sayo is pointing at is the opposite side of the tank. It's in the direction of where I got lost after entering the staff door from the jellyfish booth. Even without taking the upper path, There seems to be an entrance and exit that you'd never notice if you didn't know about it. If we go that way, we should reach the director's office. If this world was created based on the aquarium of 5 years ago, then the director's office should be my father's room.
Got it. If we don't go, we won't know.
Good rhyming.
We don't know what will happen, so don't let your guard down. Right.
With the door serving as a boundary, it's like a completely different world. We have no idea what dangers could be lurking within. However, not being alone gives me strength. I've felt loneliness so many times over, but I haven't really been alone since I came to Manten Aquarium. Hiyoshi-san and Sayo have both saved me, and Himeno is supporting me from within my heart, so I definitely will not fall apart. More rhyming! My objective is clear. To reunite with Mari and to say goodbye. I feel like I've accepted it as a fact, but I have no idea how I'll feel on actually seeing Mari's face. Even so, I keep telling myself that I cannot run away. Then we'll go get Himeno. Sayo was the one who said back at the stage that it's because we're in Manten Aquarium that the parasites are overrunning her body and weakening her. But like Sayo said before, if we erase this alternate universe, Himeno should also be cured. It's all starting to come together.
Don't space out. Let's go. It's alright. I was just thinking a bit.
Even as I say that, I'm in denial. Just thinking won't change anything. Right now, there's nothing to do but keep going. As I follow Sayo, we enter a narrow passageway. Oh. Have we been to this narrow passageway before? I'm assuming it's the staff passageway. We are standing before the door of the director's office, not having encountered any particular strange phenomena. That's a good sign. Near the director's office is a reference room and a storeroom, but we decide not to investigate those places. We don't want to invite any unnecessary danger. There wasn't anything there anyway. The design on the imposing door seems very different from what I've seen in Manten Aquarium so far.
Coming this far and having nothing happen feels a bit unnatural.
Mulling it over will change nothing. On the other side of this door, something unimaginably horrible might happen. Don't let your guard down.
I know that. I'm not going to get careless or anything.
I see Sayo put her hand on the door, so I put my hand on it as well.
Let's go.
Using those words as a signal, we both put out all our strength into opening the door at the same time. Oh shit, this place is a lot different from we've seen it before. Oh dear guys, I have very bad vibes going on here. The bookcase is cracked. The wee plushy like cockroach thing is ruined. The plant is ruined as well. His desk is wrecked, and the tank behind him doesn't look very illuminated.
What's going on here?
Those first words, said upon entering the dim room, echo in a hollow manner.
Papa's room.
Sayo's words are cut off there. I think it would be the most accurate to say that the room is ruined. Well, no shit. The antique furniture in the room is not merely old, but in ruins. The deterioration of the floor and ceiling is visible, and the time frame of when it was destroyed also seems strange. I've seen Manten Aquarium in so many different circumstances, but this room seems to be from the most distant time period. It's bizarre. So this may be a time far in the future?
Ach!
Uh-oh. As I take a step in, I kick up dust. While it's by no means a large room, it's so cloaked in darkness that I can't see to the centre. Sayo's mouth becomes a straight line, and it seems that she doesn't mind the dust. She said this was her father's room. Seeing this room looking like ancient ruins, it's stranger to me that she isn't shaken. Sayo's serious expression seems to be pushing back her sadness and pain.
Where's Papa? If he really is a vengeful spirit, then he should be here.
Sayo's father, the murdered director, may have been the genesis of this Manten Aquarium's creation. Correct. This theory seems very likely. After all, it was written in the staff member's diary that the strange phenomena began immediately after the director's death. However, there is no reply. I step further inside, standing at Sayo's side.
Look, on top of the desk. There's something there.
It is a magnificent desk, like those found in the studies of rich people I've seen on TV, but the dark brown wood has lost its luster, and here and there are cracks that catch my eye. On that desk,
Kya!
Oh God, what is it?
What happened?
Oh... shit. A hand. On top of the desk is a hand. Just a hand? Or is it attached to someone? But it isn't just a hand. That hand connects to a wrist, which connects to an arm, and the body that connects to is...
No! Why?
Before I know it, I've fallen to the ground. I'm assuming it's the same person. Hearing me shout, Sayo eyes me suspiciously. Sayo doesn't seem to have noticed what I'm looking at.
Kenji-san.
My right hand is shaking. My trembling fingertips point to the object on top of the desk. The fact that they won't stop shaking is not the problem. Just turning my head is easily enough to make me have to directly confront this phenomena.
A corpse?
Sayo steps in front of the lifeless body of Kenji-san that leans on the desk without moving, a thin voice slipping from her lips.
No. Why?
Well, we know the truth about Kenji from the previous playthroughs, so... I've completely lost my ability to think, much less speak coherently. Seeing the flesh of the felled Kenji-san before my eyes, my thoughts seem to have left me.
Why is he dead?
The fact that I don't even consider whether he could be saved or not leads me to doubt myself. Kenji-san's flesh has lost its vitality. That it won't move again is a thought that I can't seem to accept. The silence of death. It reminds me of the quiet of a relative's body being before me at a funeral. Whoa. Jeez.
No. Oh.
In contrast to me having slid to the ground and shaking, Sayo moves closer to the body. She puts her hands on his back and then her ear close to his mouth. In my mind, I can't grasp what she's doing. I merely reject it. However, Sayo merely answers coldly. He's dead. No mistake about it.
This is terrible. It's Kenji-san.
Rather than screaming, we have to figure out how and why he died. If it was due to a phenomenon, you and I might be pulled in as well. He's not bleeding, so it may have been poison.
How can you be so calm, Sayo?
I cover my face at this point. I don't want to face the truth of an acquaintance's death head on. As usual, Sayo continues with disinterest. Uh-oh.
This guy isn't an acquaintance of mine. Our objective is to get out of here with Himeno. I have no time to worry about mourning the death of someone I didn't know.
Uh-oh. My, I find that to be a most prudent decision. Oh, of course, I thought it was her. Saginuma Rieko.
Clack, clack.
The preceding footsteps echo throughout the whole room. Why are you here? Probably to finish you off.
Are your injuries all right now, Sayo-chan?
Shut up. Stay away.
That manner of speaking is unappealing.
The footsteps reach the side of the desk and stop. Stay away.
Should I? After all.
Lifting my face to look at her, I see Saginuma Rieko and...
No, she found Mari!
No, this is not good. Mari! Mari is next to Saganuma Rieko, a frightened expression on her face. On the other hand, Saganuma Rieko is smiling. Well, of course, she's achieved her objective. The two of them are horribly mismatched. There is a cruelty to her, like someone forcing a shy child in front of a crowd of strangers. I propel my body into a standing position and take a step in Saganuma Reiko's direction. Ah! My feelings leading the charge, my legs become entangled and I topple over on the spot. Immediately after, something crashes hard into my shoulder. Saganuma Rieko is kicking at my shoulder with the pointed tip of her heel. Ouch! Big sis. It's as if Mari's fear and the confusion resulting from my uncertainty about what I should do are mixing together. Having her look down at me after I lost my balance is making my vision swim. Oh, the hand clutch. Ugh. Oh, you needn't pity her. She's saying this to Mari, yeah. Please let Mari go. I raise my voice, but Saganuma Rieko merely continues to smile. Oh, Mari-chan chose to be with me. Why? Saganuma Rieko says in that sticky tone of hers. Mari says nothing to refute this. She merely turns her unstable eyes my way. Mayumi, something's not right. Sayo reaches out a hand to pull me up. As I take her hand, Sayo pulls me up towards her with a jerk. We move away from the desk with Kenji's body on top of it and go almost diagonally across the room. Mari, if you're afraid, come over here. I turn to Mari and say, it isn't as if Saganuma Rieko is controlling Mari merely by putting her hand on her shoulder. Or is she? I won't go. Mari, that lady, she's a bad person. Come here. I won't go. I won't go. Oh God, what has she done to Mari? Mari seems to be nothing short of terrified as her words grow stronger. Mari shakes her head and turns me down. Something's definitely not right. Sayo says this as she cuts in between us. Glaring at Saganuma Rieko, she continues in a forceful tone. You! What did you do to Mayumi's little sister? Moreover, what's with this body? This room? You came here because you know. You need to use the proper tone when asking someone something. Sayo-chan, you know that, don't you? Shut up! Answer me! And you were such an earnest child when you were little. Whatever happened to you? Got a little rough around the edges after your father died, did you? The anger! What did you say? Sayo, calm down. This woman's also acting strange. Already being dead, this woman should be cut off from the flow of time. In spite of that, she seems to have attained some growth. She's aware of the director's death. There's something inconsistent about Saganuma Rieko. There's also something inconsistent about this room that is wrecked. There's a layer of dust, so it would suggest that it's quite far in the future. She's trying to make us mad. Don't let her drag you along. Now that Sayo's worked up, I'm the one who's gotten calm. I grip Sayo's wrist and give a firm squeeze. I want her to know she isn't alone. What are you going to do to Mari? I came here to see her. I won't allow you to cause her harm. You won't allow me? Then what do you intend to do? There's two of us. We'll come at you with all we've got. Right now, Sayo is with me. As I say this, Sayo glances at me and nods in agreement. Oh my, how scary. But no need to worry. Since Mari-chan has chosen to be with me of her own free will, I have no intention of doing anything to her. Quite the contrary, actually. From here on out, you could say that Mari-chan will be doing the meddling here in Manten Aquarium. What do you mean by that? Saganuma Rieko laughs with a sly hee and without even answering my question, starts talking again. You two have experienced this room, no, this aquarium's puzzle. You two have also experienced the way this place changes once you go through a door. This is a world full of possibilities. It is a world that contains within it the past, present, and future. Possibilities? I understand about the souvenir shop from the past and the old staff room, but the future? It wouldn't make sense for things that haven't happened yet to take place here. That's not all. The phenomena that happen here are things that should never have been possible. The fish of the world booth with fish corpses scattered about, the jellyfish booth where the glass suddenly shattered. Those are what one might call possibilities that shouldn't have happened. It's a construct decided on by humans that time only proceeds in one direction. I wonder if you can comprehend that it isn't the truth. No matter how much we look at her with doubt in our eyes, she merely looks back with a wicked smile. This world, known as Manten Aquarium, is made up of the numerous souls of living things that perished along with the director. This story, you heard it from Kenji-san, didn't you? How did you? The form of energy we know as souls gives this place its shape. Though strictly speaking, they aren't living. Souls possess a fluidity and directionality to them that makes living thing the closest way to describe them. Do you understand? Oh god, Mari's looking very upset again. Very feared, like afraid. She seems to be toying with us and watching for our reactions. However, what she's saying seems to be the truth, so we listen intently. It's missing the exaggeration that would seem like a lie. After a pause, Saganuma Rieko pats Mari on the head. Ugh. Even when our eyes meet, Mari's expression doesn't change, her mouth shut tight. It's just that Mari's eyes seem to be rejecting me when I call out to her. Entities that have become spirits are not bound by time, demonstrating the possibility to pursue their own directionality. So in this world, those that tried to kill you did so to try and pull in your souls. Wait a minute, wasn't this world created by my father's hatred for you? At the moment it was created, yes. The director's malice guided the souls of those creatures and they created this place, but now things are different. In trying to steal energy from the outside world to maintain this place, this world's directive has switched to maintenance. The souls now bear only a grudge and their curse, having changed into creatures that seek only this place's preservation, the survival instinct alone. I suppose you understand what that means, don't you? Papa is... You mean Sakuragi Isao is no longer here? Not even his spirit? You've finally gotten skilled at making inferences, haven't you? But it's pitiful. Speaking in mathematical terms, it's not that your solution is insufficient, just that your calculations were off, so your answer is wrong. You're going in circles, come on! For Sayo, it was a fact she had to hear. If the truth we arrived at doesn't exist, then... He merely exists without the shell of an individual body. This Manten Aquarium is like a pool of souls that have lost their individuality. Then why are you here? There's no mistaking that you're Saganuma Rieko, right? There are two reasons, you know. Because I was guided here by you. She pats Mari's head. When Mari is touched by Saganuma Rieko, she closes her eyes for a moment. There's definitely another side to this. As this thought crosses my mind, I wait for her to continue. And because of my hatred, I want to remain Saganuma Rieko. I'm doing this on my own will, big sister. As time passes this way, Mari-chan will become one with us and will be sublimated into a general concept. Can you stand the thought of her becoming a mere idea? A concept? What exactly do you mean by that? What does that mean, I wonder? Since it's already a used up possibility, there's no need for you to know. Used up? What do you mean? It's toppled over there before you. a tool that person tried to use. You mean Kenji-san? He is Kenji-kun, but he is no longer Kenji-kun. He is merely the living flesh that Sakuragi Isao used in order to interact with the physical world. To make it easy to understand, shall we say he hijacked this body? Possession. Yeah, so Kenji must have already been dead at this point. Probably killed by Rieko. And then the director used his body to sort of manifest in a physical body in this world. But in trying to forcibly pull away one of the souls, Kenji-kun's soul itself disappeared. Thanks to his disappearance, we are able to seize control of this world called Manten Aquarium. Haha, I'll have to thank him. My papa did? You just said something about losing one's individuality. He was both an individual and part of the whole. He was an existence that was Sakuragi Isao, and that was Manten Aquarium. He apparently never understood it. Hahaha, I thought he was a little more clever than that, though. Saganuma Rieko casts a sidelong glance in the direction of Kenji-san's body, then gives a daring smile. I can barely understand anything she is saying. Individuals and the whole, I don't get it at all. It might be something living beings like us are unable to comprehend. It's just that, in all of that, there's one question that is beginning to come into focus. Did you kill Kenji-san? Yes! Ha ha ha! Are you saying you killed Papa twice? Oh, that's actually true. If she did, then she did kill her father twice. Ha 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 ha! That high-pitched laughter is growing gradually louder. Sayo knits her brows together and glares at Saganuma Rieko. I do the same. The laughter echoing throughout the room serves as our confirmation. We still don't know how or why she's doing this. We also don't know her motive for doing so. But Saganuma Rieko, she killed both Kenji-san and the director. Mari, you have to get away from that woman. She is a murderer. What's so funny? Oh, I don't like that face of Rieko when she does that. Ugh. I won't forgive you, leaving Kenji-san in that state as you continue to laugh about it. Big sis? Well, maybe Mari-chan should laugh too. Oh god, don't make Mari do that. No. Please stop this, Mari. Come over here. That woman. It's not good for you to stand by someone as bad as her. Sakuragi Isao, who used Kenji-kun's body, killed many people to preserve this world called Manten Aquarium. Are you saying it's bad to erase such evil? Of course! Mayumi, that's enough. We don't have time to deal with her. Papa was this place's core. Having lost its core, this place should disappear. You need to say farewell to Mari, and we need to escape with that Himeno girl. But... that's right. How about you finally realize the mistake you've made? Uh-oh. We done bad? Seeing Sayo pull on my arm, Saganuma Rieko says this to grab her attention. Her expression unchanging, a wicked smile appears on her face. She said you're bad, Mari-chan. Oh, she's twisting Mayumi's words. You bitch. What are you? The one Kenji-kun Sakuragi Isao killed was Mari-chan. Ha ha ha! Huh? Yeah, so that's an interesting way to think about it. So yeah, Kenji form, his body, did kill Mari. We had that confirmed in the last playthrough, but apparently it was the director who possessed Kenji. Interesting. Mayumi, don't be deceived. Sayo-chan, you've realized the cause of Kenji-san's death, haven't you? Since there are no external wounds, you figured that it might be poison. But did you really figure it out? There's no change to his lips or eyeballs, or even his internal organs. There's no swelling or inflammation anywhere on him. Poison wouldn't be able to kill someone like that. Stop this! You listened to part of my story, then made a guess, didn't you? That's why you hurried me on. No, that's not it! The soul itself was obliterated. It was completely removed from this existence known as Manten Aquarium. Hehehe, that's not something humans can handle, is it? But you're already dead. You've already become like a ghost. Is that why you can drain away someone's life energy? It's possible for humans unified with the aquarium, isn't it? I was once the individual known as Rieko. Then, Mari should be the same. She is not. My soul is a mixture of emotions. Hatred towards the director, anxiety over the fear of the aquarium disappearing, rage at being killed. All of them negative emotions. With all of these examples, my grudge, like all of the souls in Manten Aquarium, is red in color. Mari-chan is different. This girl's soul is pure, the same color as water, blue. The true meaning of this is that she won't melt into the existence known as Manten Aquarium, although she is a part of the world known as Manten Aquarium. If you can become self-aware, you can take control of the power that is Manten Aquarium. It's a different concept from the start.
So yeah, Mari can easily influence this world like a god kind of thing.
It is no exaggeration to say that Mari-chan can cause any of the things that could possibly happen in this closed-off world. Even though you say that, there's no way that Mari could kill or erase anybody.
I hope not.
I told you. In order for you to return from this aquarium safely, you will have to end this world once and for all. To do that, you would have had to remove the director's soul anyway. And if the Manten Aquarium under Mari-chan's control supplies itself with more bodies, she can meddle in the real world just as the director did, just as I told you. You understand what that means, don't you?
Oh no, don't you dare lead Mari down that path.
Mari can come back?
Oh, no, don't be tempted. Don't go that way.
Mayumi! But that's...
more bodies. It's not like those will just appear when she needs one. If Kenji-san was used as a director's tool, then that means...
people who are uninvolved in this will...
die. If someone else is sacrificed, Mari can come back. I think about how I want to see Mari.
I love Mari.
Oh man, wow. Okay guys, we've got another messed up scenario to deal with, and yeah, a new decision. So, let's make a save.
Right, but this is...
So... So of course that's no good. Yeah, because you don't want to sacrifice people to, even though it could mean that your sister may, like, it still exist in this world. And as a sister, I can't leave this as is. It's a blue choice, so it could influence the end we get, but I'm not sure, guys. I think what we'll do first is we'll say, of course that's no good, because I don't think that's good at all. I hope I'm understanding that sentence right. Okay, but this is... Of course this is something unacceptable. I don't want to have Mari do something like that. I look into Mari's face. I have no idea what kind of face I'm making myself.
You can't do that, Mari. But I want to be with you, big sister. But that way, it is unacceptable.
Uh-oh, did I make a bad choice?
I avert my gaze from Mari. I can't look at her face anymore. My emotions and my sense of logic are at war. There is an internal struggle as I try to hold on to my sense of ethics. Feelings that I know are wrong are raging within me. I want to be with her, forever. But that's not a good way to go about it. I don't want to say goodbye here. This is reality. But I thought that you would be happy, big sister. There's no way I could be. The reason I screamed out like that is merely to alleviate some of these emotions. Big sis. No, that isn't what I... Oh no. So you've rejected her, your own sister. Oh no. Saganuma Rieko runs her hand along Mari's shoulders, then brings it back to her side. Mari opens her eyes wide, a terrified expression on her face. Shut up! It's obvious that nothing will come from such a decision. I just... Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Mari crumples over, falling to her knees on the spot. Mari! It's you who's been rejected, isn't it? Faltering at Saganuma Reiko's provocative words, I stop moving for a moment. In that moment, the entire director's office seems to begin pulsing. Yeah, if Mari can influence this world and we've upset her, that's not good. A blue light begins to flow out from the tank. Yeah, if her soul is pure, this could corrupt it, and that's definitely not good. White light. The room is being repaired. Oh yeah, the bookcases have been mended. As the room is enveloped in light, the damage fades away. Instantly, the director's office changes form into a clean room with no ruin or deterioration. I just don't like the fact, guys, that we can't see Mari's face right now. It's not looking good, I don't think. That's fine. All of this power, I'll gather it here. Uh-oh. Fading into white again. It doesn't end with the blue light flowing into the room. What? There's some sort of projection within the light. Just as Sayo said, something is faintly being projected within the blue light. Gradually, the contours come into focus, revealing it to be Manten East building. This is... The blue light that has filled the room is reminiscent of a movie projection screen. After 1 minute passes, what's being projected becomes clear beyond the shadow of a doubt. Oh no. Is Mari gonna get jealous that Mayumi's spending time with Himeno so much? Himeno and I are shopping inside Manten East building. We both look like we're having fun. What we're looking at appears to be recorded video. However, the version of myself shown in the video is unfamiliar to me. Oh. What you're looking at is one possibility. It's a possible future. Mari-chan, you should understand. Saganuma Rieko shouts toward Mari in a loud voice. You've been rejected. Your big sister chose not you, Mari-chan, but a future with her friend. Mari-chan, you've been cast aside. Stop it, Rieko. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. All the other endings and scenarios we've seen. The video is showing other images of us now. Mixed in with those images are things I actually did experience. Yeah, in the possible future, some of them we've seen. All of them are possibilities. But what Saganuma Rieko is saying is wrong. That's not true. There's no way it could be true. I would never toss Mari aside. I just... What are you trying to do by making excuses? Within this footage, Mari-chan is nowhere to be seen, but you're smiling like you're having such a good time. Me too. Why?
Footage of Sayo hanging out with us is also being shown. There are also images of her chatting happily with a girl I don't know.
This version of me is... I don't know. This is wrong. Mari, it is. I don't want to hear it. That's a lie.
Even as I shout out to her, there's no way it'll reach Mari. I've already been rejected by Mari. Fuck.
Nakanobi Mari is not needed in the life of Nakanobi Mayu. Even if you're not there, this is all your sister needs in her future to keep a smile on her face.
The images are shooting by too fast now. There's too much to take in, and it's all become impossible to pick up on. But Mari is no longer looking at the future displayed before us. She's not looking at anything at all.
If you want your sister to need you, you already know what you have to do, don't you, Mari-chan? Mari, you don't have to do anything. I
gather myself and rush to Mari's side. There's nothing Saganuma Rieko can say now that will make me falter.
Mari!
But when I reach out my hand to Mari, something gets in my way. It feels as if I've been thrust back hard by somebody. No, at that moment, I'm sure that I was thrown back by something. Mari still isn't looking at me. Oh no. The projection has already disappeared, and the light enveloping the room has gradually become red. It's a deep red, just like blood.
It's getting red. It feels like something's about to happen.
Well, that would be correct, Sayo. Probably you guys are gonna die. At Sayo's words, my own sense of wariness grows stronger. However, I have to tell Mari, I have to get her to understand. Because there's no way I could ever not need Mari.
Now, erase Sakuragi Sayo once and for all. If you want to have your sister all to yourself.
Oh, you bitch.
No!
Mari looks at Sayo with her eyes open wide. That something that tossed me back will now probably attack Sayo. Don't do it, Mari. Please don't do it. To erase Sayo and to tempt Mari into doing so. That is absolutely unforgivable.
Unforgivable!
I'm calling it. Saying this, I step between Mari and Sayo and spread both my hands out wide. An imposing stance. No matter what happens, I won't take my eyes off of Mari. Oh no, I've just realised. You've actually made the situation worse, Mayumi, because this is going to be interpreted by Mari as you still rejecting her and protecting Sayo. With that as my intent, I continue watching her. After some time passes, there is no change. A slight silence flows through this world enveloped in red. The one who finally opens her mouth is Mari.
So I guess no one needs me after all.
Mari's voice is so discouraged, it seems as if it will sink into the depths of my ears. It's the first time I've ever heard such a voice. Before Mari's words completely vanish from this room, I cry out.
That's not true!
Oh no. Her pure blue soul is being corrupted by the red and turning to the violet kind of poison phenomenon.
Liar!
Along with her strong words, a purple light begins to swirl around Mari.
Mayumi, you need to run. I can't leave Mari behind.
As if trying to match the appearance of the light, the room begins to vibrate. I lose my balance, but grab onto the desk to keep myself standing.
Mari, are you doing this?
Well, of course she is. She's distraught.
That lady told me so. She said that you don't need me, big sister. Hey, listen to what I'm telling you. That's not what I'm thinking at all. In 5 years, you never came to look for me, big sister.
I couldn't.
I was too afraid to confirm that you were really gone. I'll have you all to myself. I want to be together with you forever. She said I was the only one who could do it.
After Mari's words, it's Saganuma Reiko's sticky voice that takes over.
It's beginning now. This world, it's being reconstructed.
Oh, she's twitching.
I can't move.
She clicks her tongue after those short words. Sayo's harsh stare is being returned by both Mari and Saganuma Reiko. Oh shit, is Mari doing this to Sayo? The room shaking immediately becomes stronger. Just keeping myself standing is taking all I have. The violet light with Mari at its center grows even more intense. The strikingly coloured light makes keeping my eyes open painful.
I can't take it anymore.
I think those words were my final chance.
Huh? What is this? This sensation?
Uh-oh.
I can't see anything.
Thanks to a violent shock from the striking light, I shut my eyes and collapse onto the ground. The next moment, I lose my sense of equilibrium. Which is up and which is down. At the moment, I lose any sense of direction. My consciousness sinks into the sea. Oh, here we go. Are we in the ocean? No? Oh, wait a minute. An alarm? An alarm clock? Ring! The sound of my alarm clock is a little delayed, but I open my eyes. I open my eyes to a piercing light. I sit up, my body feeling so heavy it's as if I haven't truly woken up yet. I'm on top of a bed I bought recently. Looking over at the hardcover book at my bedside, I remember that I fell asleep while reading it. I believe that it was a murder mystery, but seeing as how I was half asleep while reading it, I don't really remember. What the hell's happening? Since a ribbon is dangling freely from the book, it seems that I fell asleep without setting the bookmark. Oh, thank God, that was hurting my ears.
What?
My voice comes out a mixture of a sigh and a yawn. I have school again today. I change into my school uniform and head for the kitchen table on the first floor. What? Okay, I have a theory about what's going on, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to just play it out and see if it comes to what I think is happening. I am Nakanobi Mayumi. You could say I'm a typical third-year junior high student. My hobbies are reading and watching TV and movies. I like fashion, but I'm on a fixed allowance, so I can't buy much.
Good morning.
I live in a 3-story house, where the first floor is the living room and kitchen, the second floor is my parents' room, and the third floor has the kids' room. What? Okay, with this image appearing, I guess I have to kind of say what I'm thinking. I suspect this is a world created by Mari, a false world where Mari is still alive, and she's obviously aged along with her sister.
Ah, big sister, you're already running late. Make sure you wash your face. I did. Ah, are we having salmon for breakfast today?
Our parents are. That's right. They get up early for work in the morning and come home late at night. That's why my morning routine is to eat the breakfast that Mari makes. I'm the older one, but Mari's cooking skills are light years ahead of mine. My speciality is eating.
Big sister, the first thing you say is always, "What's for breakfast," isn't it?
Hey, I said something a little different today. Mari goes to the same school as I do. She's 1 grade below me, but she's just a little taller than I am.
Okay. Ah, it's almost done. By the way, your prediction was right, big sis.
Mari sets the food on the table in the way she's become accustomed to, setting down the salmon grilled with salt, pickled vegetables, makabu, and miso soup. Meanwhile, I dish out rice from the rice cooker and set it on the table along with the chopsticks.
Bon appetit. Yeah, eat up. Itadakimasu. By the way, our midterm exam results come out today. How depressing. Eh? Let's not talk about that. Big sister, just mentioning the word test to you is bad, isn't it?
I wish this was real. It seems so nice that they're getting along so well. And it's kind of strange seeing a grown-up Mari.
Don't say it's bad, jeez. Although, during the real thing, I read some of the questions and passages wrong and made a lot of calculation errors.
In terms of grades, Mari's are better than mine. Sometimes we study together and our comprehension is about the same. I'm chalking it up to our difference in grade level and scope of classwork. In other words, the difference is definitely in the difficulty of the real tests. Why can't I seem to master doing good when it counts?
After the summer, you have entrance exams, don't you?
Let's talk even less about that. My head's full enough with all this stuff about midterms.
Make sure you pick a high school we can both go to.
It doesn't matter. I can't make it into a private school, even though Mitsuba's uniforms are so cute. We chat away lightly as time passes at the breakfast table. Listening to the news flowing from the TV that was left on, we both get ready for school. Our lunches will be leftovers from last night, but boiled and stewed foods that are set overnight are more permeated with flavour, making them delicious.
Okay, let's go, big sister.
Okay. The two of us always walk to school together. I think we get along pretty well as sisters while at school. It's not a large school, so we often pass each other in the building, but Mari always says hi to me so excitedly, like she's going to jump after me. Aww. Although it's a little embarrassing that she won't stop doing that even after getting into junior high, I don't think it's a bad thing. No.
It's Mayo. Yoo-hoo.
I'm guessing it's Himeno. Yeah. Approaching the school, I hear a familiar voice calling me. My classmate, Tamagawa Himeno. She is my best friend. Himeno is a little ways ahead, waving her hand and calling me.
Himeno. Well, I'm gonna catch up to her. See you later.
Uh-oh. I turn to Mari and give a little wave, then jog after Himeno. Within Mari's eyes, I get the sense of seeing a deep colour I've never seen before.
Morning, Himeno. Good morning. Hey, did you hear Mayu?
As soon as I catch up to Himeno, she begins talking really fast. When I'm with her, I get the feeling that about 80% of the time it's Himeno doing the talking, but I think it's more fun that way. It's at that moment, realising it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. Mari, that is mean. Himeno begins to have a coughing fit. I assume it's just her throat getting choked up from starting to talk so fast and so suddenly. But I'm wrong. Gloop. When Himeno coughs, she vomits something out of her mouth. It's a cream-coloured something. Plip-plop. On top of the asphalt, granules and fibres dance about. Even though I realise they're all living things, I think it takes me at least a minute. No! Parasites. I've seen them on TV and in illustrated reference books. Himeno is throwing up so many that they are clumping together. Each one moves on its own with such stimulation. A bit of blood seems to be mixed in with them. Well, they've been eating away at Himeno's insides.
No.
I lift my face. Oh, God. We have had this before, but oh, jeez. The hole in Himeno's face is completely blocked up with the parasites she's coughed up. They squirm around on her skin as if they might be alive. Well, they are. Before I can comprehend the sight before my eyes, my consciousness becomes turbid. Did that lead to a bad end? Oh, no. What?
Okay, I'll go first.
This is Manten Aquarium.
Manten is a premier shopping district where one can enjoy shopping, food, movies, bowling and karaoke. Wait, whoa, guys. What? We just dismiss the fact that we saw Himeno dying and just be happy about being back at Manten Aquarium now? God, Mari, you're mean. You're being really mean. It's a small aquarium inside Manten East Building, which serves as this town's symbol.
Big sister, do your best.
This girl is Nakanobi Mari. She's my sister, 1 year younger than I. Today the two of us have come to have fun at Manten Aquarium on our way home from school. We've seen the tunnel tank in the jellyfish booth and even a show at the stage. Since we have year-long passports, we come here all the time, but no matter how often we come, we never get sick of it. It seems there was a deep-sea fish booth long before we started coming here, but it's closed off now. I've always wanted to see the rare fish of the deep sea. When we're older, Mara and I want to check out the big aquarium down in Okinawa together.
Here goes.
And now I'm taking a shot at the gacha machines in the souvenir shop, and I wonder what prizes they're gonna get. There are cute keychains with charms shaped like drops with creatures from the aquarium inside. The lineup consists of jellyfish, starfish, orca, penguins and whales. There aren't any whales in Manten Aquarium, but oh well, each one has a different coloured droplet as well. I could tell you otherwise about whales. My goal is, of course, the jellyfish. I put my coin in and turn the lever.
Did it!
A hole in one. It's the jellyfish keychain.
Ah, big sister, you're amazing. It's my turn now.
In a goofy manner, Mari puts her coin in with great force. It's a starfish.
One more time. Do your best.
Mari puffs up her cheeks and puts in another coin. The result is another starfish.
Haha, maybe I'll get one. Ah, big sister, you say it like it's so easy.
Should we trade? I also like the starfish and think it's cute.
It's fine. I'll keep going until I get one, because I want one that matches yours.
Then why don't we just have matching starfish ones? I say this in an exasperated tone, but Mari says no in a careless tone and puts both of her hands up.
It has to be matching jellyfish ones.
When things get like this, Mari becomes obstinate and won't budge. Even though our triggers might be different, our personalities are similar in this regard, so I understand. Staying true to her word, Mari carries on relentlessly. She's going to lose all her pocket money on this. Starfish, starfish, starfish. You're destined for a starfish. No matter how much time passes, no jellyfish ones come out. I take a step back and watch over Mari, then turn around when I hear someone call, Mayumi.
Is that girl that's with you alright? Sayo.
Oh, and Miku as well.
That's no good. Gambling takes a bit of magic.
Ah, and Miku. Sakuragi Sayo and Minato Miko. We go to different schools, but they're friends of mine. Though she was brusque with me at first, Sayo and I get along, and it was she who introduced me to Miko. After that, we started hanging out with each other on occasion. Oh, Mari, don't you do this. Don't do this. I think I know what she's gonna do with them.
Here, little sister, Mari, was it? Which one does she want?
The jellyfish. She wants one that matches mine.
Aw, there are way too many starfish, yeah? Good thing I wanted a starfish myself. Want to trade?
Minato, every time you come, you play those machines. Sayo says this in an exasperated tone. There's no mistaking that we're thinking the same thing. Be that as it may, this is good news. I call out to Mari, who is so dedicated to her repeated attempts that she is zoned out.
Mari, Miko-chan says she'll trade you. Come here.
Mari turns back once and looks this way. At that moment, I get the sense of seeing a deep colour within Mari's eyes that I've never seen before. Uh-oh. Mari quickly looks back to the gacha machine and turns her back to us. Sorry, seems like she's really trying to concentrate. The two of them are not there. No, they probably are. I'm more confused than I can put into words. Well, I knew their deaths were coming. Kya! The two of them have all but disappeared, with the exception of their legs. Nothing but their legs. Just their legs. Their torsos have melted into a red slime-like form. A viscous gel spreads along the floor. It seems to twitch and shake, as if there are living things within. What is this? I can't even begin to comprehend this. Everything above the little that's left of their ankles has also been dyed a deep red and is melting. The melted slime-like portion has mixed with the previously melted parts of their bodies. Right before my eyes, all that remains is their clothes and shoes. Holy crap, Mari, this is fucked up. No! In an instant, my friends have been erased from this world. My consciousness becomes turbid. Unable to brace my tottering body, I sink into the deep sea. Wow, so you watched Mayumi witness the death of all three of her pals. That's cold, Mari. Wow. And what a symbol here. I'm assuming that's Mayumi's desk highlighted alone out of the darkness. What a... yeah, like a metaphor. What a metaphor. Today in music class, Hiraki-sensei was so funny. Yeah. Speaking of which, next week, Kimizono Part 3 comes out. Big sister, let's go see it. Yeah. I think Mayumi's starting to realize this isn't real. It's been hot lately. I want to go get a new shirt and miniskirt. Will you go with me? Yeah. Oh, it's irritated. The final exams are awful, aren't they? Do you still have your questions from last year? Well, it's not like they'd use the same questions anyway. Yeah. I'm going to be the Prime Minister when I grow up. I'll get rid of all tests and exams. Everyone could just focus on doing lots of fun things. I don't know whether we'd want that. Yeah. What's your dream, big sister? What do you like these days, big sister? Yeah. Hey, big sister, are you happy? I don't think so. Yeah, oh really? You aren't having fun? Yeah. I see. Uh-oh. Are we coming back to reality? Maybe. No. Uh-oh. This is... where I died. Oh. Right, so Mari has brought us back, but she's still in her grown-up form. The deep-sea fish booth. Unable to see any fish or other living things, there's nothing but space. You know, I thought about how I wanted to go to school with you, big sister. Mari places her hand on the tank and turns her gaze upward as if she's looking to the water's surface. Mari is a little bit taller than I. Her physical development, while not complete, still seems to be ahead of my own. That's right. Surely that's because... it's one of Mari's possible appearances if she had lived. Mari... I clasp Mari's hand and look up at the tank as Mari is doing. I wanted to have you all to myself, big sister. I thought that if I did, we could always be together, but I wasn't able to. I feel like Mari's somewhat adult-like tone of voice resembles mine a bit. Using your memories, big sister, as well as the accumulated memories within Manten Aquarium, I reconstructed this place. However, there was definitely a disturbance, surely even more than what you experienced over and over again. I failed. I have no idea what you're saying, Mari. I take Mari's hand and smile. In actuality, what Mari is saying is on a larger scale and is something I cannot grasp. In other words, I couldn't keep you all to myself after all, because, within your heart, big sister, you have other friends. Oh, I don't like the look on her face right now. Is it because I was no longer with you, big sister? No, because you no longer needed me? Mari looks into my eyes and tilts her head. I answer, "No." I laugh a little and say, "You're so foolish. There wasn't even a single day that I forgot about you, Mari. I had to struggle to overcome my sadness for not being able to see you over and over again, but that was my own selfish desire." My parents' behaviour must surely have been that way. Trying to pretend it didn't exist, they averted their eyes from their sadness. That must be the single-minded logic of those who are left behind. But because I love you, Mari. This is beyond a doubt my true feeling. With large eyes, Mari looks at me. At our feet, the world begins to crumble. Oh.
Hey, big sister. What? Do you think the stars will grant a wish for me? I don't know.
Oh, wow, what an image. They look so similar right now while Mari's in a kind of adult form, but she's still wearing her winter overcoat.
I don't know.
I wonder when that was. Was it when we went on a trip as a family, or when we were coming home? I think it was a day we spent all afternoon having fun together. On a sandy beach at night, Mari and I were talking like that as our parents watched over us from a distance. I'm pretty sure we had a fairly complicated conversation. Bathing in the light of the stars that fill the expanse of sky feels even more refreshing than sunbathing.
Mari, what would you wish for?
The two of us look so much alike. The two of us enjoy letting our hair down and playing with each other. When together, we were often mistaken for twins. At those times, I had a tendency to pout. But I'm the big sister, is what I thought. Oh, where are we off to now? Oh. So, Mayumi's returned to her current form, but with her short hair, but Mari's still in her adult form, kind of thing.
To be happy with you, big sister, always. That was my wish.
Mari, speaking beyond her years, says softly, "Unchanged from that time, it's an infinitely pure wish."
Thank you, Mari.
Bathed in the light of the stars, I can do nothing other than smile. The feelings that flow out from me are ones I can't clearly put into words.
My wish wasn't granted by the stars. But if I think back on it, I was wrong. My wish to have you all to myself, big sister, wouldn't have been granted. At the moment that I died, my wish was supposed to be put on hold. When you go against reality, it can never go well. Because if this were reality, we would have never seen each other again.
Mari says this in a light tone. It is merely a voice of surrender. Even amongst the distortion.
I'm so happy I saw you, Mari.
But that we have to part so soon afterwards makes me sad.
No, I don't want this. I finally found you. I want...
Is this gonna give me some kind of major choice here? As I give those words voice, I realize my heart is more brittle than I thought. That which overflows from my eyes is something I can't stop with my own strength.
Mari.
I've been holding it in the whole time. I've really wanted to say something the whole time, that I don't want us to say goodbye. That's why, from the moment I saw Mari, it was impossible for me not to pursue her.
Jeez, you're the older sister, you can't cry. But... Besides, the one who's disappearing is me, you know?
Mari says jokingly. There's no way I can respond to that.
You know, I just want you to stay the kind girl you are, Mari.
Somehow holding back my sobs, I continue.
No matter what happens, you can't harm anyone or start anything. That's what I was rejecting. That's what I wanted to tell you, Mari. Because I am your big sister.
Before I know it, 5 years become between us once more. Oh, was Mari reverting back to her original dead form? Yeah. At this rate, we won't be mistaken for twins anymore.
Big sister, I decided what I'm going to wish for.
Mari has become just as she was in my memories. Jumping up, Mari gives me an innocent smile.
That you'll always be happy from now on, along with your friends. I won't think of it as you being taken away from me anymore, because I'm sure your friends make you happy, big sister. This is my prayer. The stars won't grant my wishes, but if I pray, it's something I can grant on my own. I'm leaving all that I am to you, big sister. Okay. Thank you.
No matter how the aquarium's power fades, no matter if the energy from the grudge disappears, Mari has long since transcended time itself. Because up until now, and from today forward, she will always be in my heart.
Well, it's time for me to go. Before I go, rub my head.
Aww.
Of course.
With Mari's innocent words, her mouth smiles broadly, her eyes and mouth are completely different expressions. This is really strange. The drops that flow over sink to the ground. Aww. I lightly drop my hand onto Mari's head and begin to rub it. She has no body heat, but still she seems warm.
I'm getting a bit sad now.
Oh my, guys, it's a red choice. So, well, we gotta save it. We definitely gotta do a save. Okay. So one decision will cause a bad end. One decision will obviously cause one end, or at least will lead to one end.
So I'm getting a bit sad now.
So we could say thank you for everything up to now and from here on. Or if that's what you really want, Mari, Al. So the top option, I believe, will make us, say our goodbyes to Mari and she moves on. The second option, it sounds as if Mayumi might stay with Mari. I don't know if that's an end. I don't know. Well, as I said, guys, we want to see what all the options do, whether it's bad ends or leading to true ends. So we will come back to decide whichever decision doesn't happen this time. So what I think we'll do first is we'll try thank you for everything up to now and from here on, and we'll see what happens with that. I gently stop moving my hand. I'm hesitant to part with her, but I have to accept reality. This instant in and of itself is a miracle. The two of us, torn apart so unreasonably, can actually meet once more and say farewell. But that tragic truth shines brighter than any jewel.
Thanks for everything up till now, and everything after this. Yeah, big sister, bye-bye. I'll always love you. Me too. I love you.
Oh, she just fades. Mari goes into the sea of stars. I go the opposite way. Both of us walk in different directions. All that can be heard are her footsteps. I don't turn around because if I do, I'll surely chase after her. Finally, even her footsteps fade away. I can hear the sound of rippling waves. As I walk along, I am enveloped in light. Within that gentle, transparent blue light... Oh, is she being warped away? Uh-oh. My consciousness begins to return, and I can feel how hard it is to breathe. There is pressure on my neck. My breathing is becoming shallow. Uh-oh. One. Something is pushing on my throat with great strength. The flow through my carotid artery is being stopped up. Oh shit. Despite the fact that I'm finally waking up, my consciousness is starting to waver again. I wonder what is happening to me right now. What? Himeno? I open my eyes in thin slits and a faint shadow floats in my vision. Oh my god, did Rieko overtake Himeno's body? Take over, sorry. Long hair, an outline that I've seen before, soft looking skin. Slender arms are stretching out toward my neck, putting all their strength into wringing my neck. When I realize who it is, the words I couldn't understand before become clear, as if a fog has been lifted. Go on and die. The one wringing my neck is Himeno. Trying to grab my neck with both of her hands, I can feel the pressure of her weight. Even as she wrings my neck, she has a frantic look. The proof is also in the fact that she doesn't kill me, even in my weakened state. Why are you... Is this not Himeno? I'm pretty sure it's not. Because of the pressure being applied to my throat, I can't finish saying what I wanted to say. Himeno looks down at me with her blue eyes. That isn't the colour of Himeno's eyes. How did you wake up? Her voice raises doubts in my mind. Still, I clearly grasp that this is not Himeno. With just that small change in tone, I get it, since I'm her best friend after all. Well then, what is going on here? Nakanobi Mari has gained the ability to withdraw power from Manten Aquarium. This is because she maintains her individuality while her soul is still connected to the collective Manten Aquarium. I attempted to seize the power she had amassed, however, her power was so great that I could not force her to yield to me. Since she was so pure, tainting her was quite simple. In order to create a world with only the two of you, that child squandered all of the power here. Oh, so does that mean Rieko has taken over? Power within this Manten Aquarium, that's souls, or we could call it life energy as well. If it is the thing keeping this world stable, then if it disappears, wouldn't the world itself begin to crumble? You are... Somehow, I maintained my fading consciousness and managed to desperately summon some sort of voice. As I listened to whatever it is that has taken on Himeno's appearance, I realized that I've heard this tone of voice before. As soon as that person's face appears in my mind, my feeling changes to certainty. Sayo-chan, what a pity. In order for me to continue to exist, I had to use her as a source of nourishment. Oh, you bitch, have you killed Sayo? Saginuma Rieko. Just as I realize it, there is no strength left in my body. Due to my shallow breathing, there is no way I can make any brash movements. With no blood flowing to my brain, my thoughts are equally unfocused. I was able to find this body merely by chance. However, with this body, destruction is unacceptable, so that probably means Himeno is dead. My final hope is you. When you escaped from Nakanobi Mari's birdcage, it was as if a miracle had occurred and I was very happy. Mari's birdcage. That's right. Intuitively, it is like that, being locked away for one's own good. But it's different. That was the world of Mari's heart. Of course it was sad and lonely. She's been alone for 5 years. All she could do was continue to pray, and to make the ungrantable wish that she would see me again. I want to reject Saginuma Reiko's words, however, my body won't allow me to do so. I think I'm getting close to my limits. Little by little, I'm unable to keep my eyes open. When the world of the birdcage disappeared, that energy itself did not. All of it flowed into you. Perhaps Nakanobi Maru has already disappeared. I no longer sense her presence, and if she were here, she would try to interfere. When the two of you parted ways in that world, surely she gave you her energy. That's why I'll kill you, and then I will obtain that energy, along with your body. I have no idea if she gave me her energy. What she did entrust me with was her gentle wish. But at this rate, I won't be able to keep my promise to Mari. At this rate, I'll die. If Saginuma Reiko's words are true, no, surely this is real. If it weren't, there'd be no need for her to kill me in this situation. There's no mistaking the fact that the only reason I'm not dead is because she hasn't delivered the finishing blow yet. But you're fading, your vision's getting blurry. I'm going home. At that moment, I decide to believe in myself. I close my eyes and surrender to my fading consciousness. What? I did it. As I look at the small palm of my hand, I confirm this. In lieu of a mirror, I look at my body reflected in the tank before me. It's one of the cylindrical tanks in the jellyfish booth, and it clearly depicts my entire body. Oh no! Nakanobi Mayumi's body. Compared to Tamagawa Himeno, she's strikingly less sturdy, but reflexes and firmness aren't important at this time. So she's taken over your body, Mayumi. Yep. This has to be a bad end then. This is a feeling I haven't experienced until now. So Mayumi's soul is in the jellyfish tanks. The sense of completeness throughout a body. To use an example, it's a feeling close to the pleasure of having sex. Being able to derive pleasure from sex in the body of a virgin, though, is something of a contradiction. I have the feeling that something other than myself is encroaching upon me. All that's different is, rather than a climax, there is the feeling of being able to exercise one's own power. With this girl, I am certain I'll be able to expand the red Manten Aquarium. She bears the emotional strength to support the foreign contaminant flowing through her body, that is, her strong will to get home with her friend. In Nakanobi Mayumi's case, she is likely undergoing a time of great emotional maturation. Well then, there's no time to be fooling around. Using the strength that Nakanobi Mayumi, my body, has accumulated, I shall reconstruct Manten Aquarium. I need no further plan than that. It only needs to be one area. I'll switch my location to that in the real world. Finite, yet long, I will maintain my soul with the grudge as my storage. I close my eyes. My pose is irrelevant. My intuition is telling me a piece of me must cross the aquarium using this power alone. When I was merely a soul, that was simple. Rather, it was merely a hardship necessary for self-preservation. Well then, I will make my wish. For the world that is best for me. A world without the likes of you. Huh? At last, I open my eyes. I hear a voice from somewhere. Where is that? You should know already. Do you mean the soul is listening? Not from the ears. It isn't that I hear a voice, it's more of a cognizance. You are already dead. No matter how hard you wish, that fact will not change. Which is precisely why I told you I am using this body. Mari entrusted me with her wish. I swore to her that I would grant that wish. What is it you want to do in the real world? What is your unfinished business? To live. Merely to continue existing in this world, to extend my hand into eternity. If that's the case, then you as a person are already dead. I think there's no meaning in living merely for the sake of living. If you have a heart, you have a place to call home. For example, though her life was like the blink of an eye, Mari lived with all she had, never letting go of her feelings. My control has... I was waiting for the moment when you would try to unify yourself with the aquarium. At that moment, I was sure cracks would appear in your heart. I am what Mari has entrusted to this world, therefore I will now make my wish. Please disappear. I will hate you with all my life. Isn't that more human anyway? I think that the foreign substance within my body has definitely disappeared, as I can no longer hear that voice. I am sorry. Turning towards the empty space, I mumble to no one. I am standing in the tunnel tank room. Guys, I'm completely confused. I'm not sure at the moment whether this is Mayumi still back in possession of her body or whether it's Rieko that has her body. I'm still not sure whether this is a good decision or not. This room is all that remains in this world. In this world already destroyed by Saganuma Rieko, it seems she only left one area. She said it was reconstruction, so this area will probably disappear soon as well. Himeno and Sayo have already disappeared. It's not that they died. If they had died, their bodies would remain. They just disappeared. So, it's alright. Now that Saganuma Rieko has disappeared, I can feel some sort of different power. Alright, so Mayumi has got her body back. This is what Mari entrusted to me. Mari had held on to it in the hopes that it would make it to the end. Just one, please, a miracle, I say in a small voice, and I close my eyes. Fading into white again. Ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. At that moment, I laugh. How did things end up like this? I have no idea what caused it. All that I can say is, this means I was unable to create a miracle. Uh-oh. Oh no, this doesn't look good, guys. Himeno. I speak to Himeno, who sleeps next to me. There is no response. Sayo. I speak to Sayo, who lies on the ground. There is no reaction. How did it end up like this? There is flesh. There is space as well. If it goes as Kenji-san said, at this rate, if we reach the exit, we could return to the real world. It's just, there is no heart. This isn't a corpse. There is a fever. There is body heat. When I place my ear to the surface of her body, I can hear vibrations. So they're alive? She's like an intricate doll. Oh no. Ha 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 ha! I laugh. Having no clue what else to do, I can do nothing but laugh. I'm already broken. Ha ha! This is the end of me. The three of us rot away together, as good friends do. Holy crap. Is that a bad end? Yeah. The marionette won't laugh.
Confirmed a bad end, guys, but wow, that was such a long path to get to that bad end, but I had a feeling that decision was a bad end, but oh well. Well guys, what I'm going to do here, I've just realised that my camera has stopped recording. I think it's either died or it's full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this episode right here on the screen, on the menu screen. What we'll do is we'll return in the next episode back to when we were with Mari in her kind of birdcage world, because obviously we made the wrong decision in that scenario. So we got a bad end. We are actually only one bad end away from having them all. So we will probably find out that bad end at some point, but I'd imagine that the next decision we make is going to possibly lead to one of the true ends. But as we say, guys, we will find out next time what happens. Hopefully it won't be as bad as them all deciding to die in that rotting away world. Hopefully. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a massive big thumbs up, it really helps me out. Also don't forget to smash the subscribe button there, just for getting regular notifications about content being posted to the channel. That'll also really help me out, thank you. Just so you stay updated of when more episodes of The Sound of Drop Fall into Poison come out, and also more content to follow on the channel. If you've got anything you'd like to say in the comments, whether it's any questions you want to ask or any feedback on the videos, it's always appreciated, so post them below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode and video. Bye!